Tuesday, September 3rd. I keep wanting to say Monday. Tuesday, September 3rd, and I'd like to thank everybody for being here. I would ask everybody please rise for a Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sure. So we have only the town board meeting agenda items to go through today. I'm going to go through those and the formation of a consent agenda. And then we do have an executive session on the proposed sale of a vacant parcel. I believe it's related to Creekside, somewhere in that area.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. And we do have an update on matter of litigation, so we'll add that to that executive session content. Yes.
If I may for a second, I don't know if your mic is picking it up or if the buzzing is not loud enough.
What?
Yeah. Apologies.
Check.
I don't know what the buzz is, but if they were indicating they may not be able to hear you outside.
The buzz.
I don't, yeah, it is fuzzy.
Can you just switch mics?
Check, is that any better? No, it's not better.
Hello?
Yes. Okay.
No, there's something wrong. Can we call IT?
Where's the sound table?
Can somebody grab IT, please? Thank you.
You use your.
Yeah, sorry about
Outside
that,
voice.
everybody. Okay, so what I was saying, I'm just going to repeat. We have only the town board work session items. In addition to that, we have an executive session on a proposed sale of vacant parcel related to a parcel up in Creekside, and we have a update on litigation from our attorneys. So we'll adjourn to executive session after we get through the town board items and potential consent agenda. So looking at the board meeting tonight, we have resolution 673, continuation of public hearing on the lighting district extension miscellaneous parcels.
I would like to add a comment to that. Technically, it's an extension, but in reality, it's really just including parcels that have already been included. What is it? They walked in the room and it fixed?
No, it's still buzzing. It's still there. You can hear it. So
I just wanted to point that
I
out.
got it.
Technically, it's correct, but in reality, it's just it's not really an extension.
okay, so we have to continue the public hearing tonight. I'm going to motion to approve the seeker findings and close the public hearing. Then there's an action on the agenda that starts a 30-day period, which is both permissive referendum, but it's also the period where we can remove a parcel if we found that there's reason to remove or strike a parcel from the list.
I've done some review with Chris Schragle, and there are some cul-de-sacs where the whole cul-de-sac shouldn't be included because
All
the
right.
streetlight's on the main street.
I'm going to interrupt for 1 second. There's like a blown speaker or something. I don't know what that is. So the next item on the agenda, are there any questions about that action, first of all? So again, the time period for removing parcels will be after we close the public hearing and vote on the public, what's it called? The public interest piece. Any questions? All right. Next item is Resolution 700. It's the seeker determination on 3880 and 3910 East Robinson Road. Are there any questions about that item? Okay. The adoption of local law to amend the zoning map for 3880 or 3910 East Robinson. Any questions about that item? Okay. Moving forward.
I have a couple appointments to the 9/11 commemorative committee. I thought we weren't doing it this way anymore.
Any reason not to do that via consent? Okay. Resolution 702 is a facilities improvement facility study of BNHV, a bond resolution in the amount of $250,000. Any questions regarding the resolution? So I just want to clarify, this is a study of the existing facility and what improvements or what changes need to be made, as we intend to continue to move archives into that facility and cohabitate and then look at the facility in terms of future use at that site. This is BNHV specifically. It is also we have proposals back, or 2 task orders back, the highest of which is just about 90,000. So it's not, we're not going to use the whole 250. Any questions about the approval, though? Right. So I'm saying, so the first step is just the facility study. Here's what we got. It is a voice vote because it's a bond resolution.
Right, and don't forget the seeker.
Seeker during what?
Right.
Yeah.
Seeker's built in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Linda. Now that made me one more question. The bulk of it is all design, right? In the breakdown, it's 248,000 for design. Is that design different than the facilities study? I guess I assumed it was the same language. I'm sorry, just seeking clarification.
The first thing they're going to do, Angela, is look at the existing facilities and figure out what's right, what's wrong with the Shaw building, specifically that focusing on that building, but then like what there is to deal with. And then if we need design work to come out of it, there's a second step.
But when we're doing that breakdown in the financial summary, design encompasses both the study and potential eventual design.
Yes,
That's what I
it's all included as a design professional services.
Thank you. And the only other clarification, which I very much appreciate, Director of Facilities, Dan Rizzo, for clarifying for me too, is that this is Town of Amherst owned property that we're making sure is feasible for the future.
Yes,
Thank you.
the building's all town-owned. The whole facility's town-owned. So, Resolution 7, okay, so that's secret of voice vote. Resolution 703 is the dedication of John James Audubon Parkway Extension, CRS 5038. This is the extension that was created by Aspen Development, Aspen Student Housing, basically. North of the 990, they provided a roundabout, and that area is all public improvement. Any questions about that dedication?
We've got to wait to the board meeting for that one. We don't have the force main agreement yet.
I can't hear a word you said.
Sorry, we've got to wait for the board meeting for that. We don't have the force main agreement yet.
Okay.
Why do we have to wait on that?
We don't have the force main agreement yet.
Oh,
Which we're told is on its way. We're waiting on the
All right.
last person to sign.
Any other questions regarding that? Resolution 704 is a permanent easement and right-of-way for drainage. I can't shut the microphone off. I apologize. Otherwise, YouTube won't pick it up at all. So I'm trying to, hopefully everybody can hear me. Resolution 704 is permanent easement and right-of-way agreement for drainage for 167 Wyeth, Bistretta, CRS 5035. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason not to include it in consent? Resolution 705 is a settlement of an Article 7 matter, Target 1011 versus the town of Amherst. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 706 is a fireworks display for the Country Club of Buffalo. Any questions regarding the fireworks display? Any reason not to grant that via consent? Resolution 707 are budget transfers and amendments. Any questions regarding those? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 708 is the Industrial Commercial Supplies and Equipment NYS OGS contract PC 69879 CRS 5022. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 709 is an award of bid 2024031 liquid sodium bisulfite CRS 5010. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution, did I read 710? 710. Resolution 710 is the award of bid 2024032 Sharples DS 706 centrifuge rebuild CRS 5028. Any questions regarding the award of bid? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 711 is an award of bid 2024035 refrigerant for the Northtown Ice Center CRS 5029. Any questions regarding that? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 712 is the NYSERDA Clean Energy Communities Program $10,000 grant electric vehicle charging station at Royal Park, CRS 5032. Any questions regarding the resolution?
I would just like to point out that we got that grant due to the work of the Clean Energy Communities and the Climate Smart Committee.
Okay, any questions regarding the resolution from anybody else? Any other comments? Any reason not to include it in consent? Resolution 713 is the Filtrek Vehicle Rotary Two-Post Lift CRS 5023. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 714 is the Director of Senior Services / Senior Services. Any questions regarding the resolution? I can't hear. Like the feedback's getting worse. A reason to withhold that from consent? Okay. Resolution 715 is the Refuse Control Officer, Refuse Control Highway Department. Any questions regarding that appointment? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 716, request for public hearing for local law to amend Section 204 of the Town Code subdivision regulations. Any question regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 717 is to authorize the Planning Department to expend funds from a trust account for Veterans Memorial consistent with the Town Board Resolution RES 2011-871 for the purposes of engraving the names of veterans on the Veterans Memorial. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 718 is a travel and training request for precision rifle training course. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 719 is a child care services agreement, CRS 5033. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 720 is a notice of award year 5 for the authorization to accept a grant from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services to assist with Amherst Youth and Community Coalition preventing substance use/abuse in our community, pending successful completion of the contract routing process. Any questions? Do we have to amend, or can we add that as a Scrivener's error? Scrivener's? Okay. Any reason not to do that via consent with that addition? Resolution 721 is the energy of... It's like doing my impression of Charlie Brown's teacher. Resolution 721 is the energy efficient lighting systems, Part 2, CRS 5039. Any questions about the resolution? Any reason not to include it in consent? Resolution 722 is a travel authorization for the CADACA mid-year training in Chicago, Illinois. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Communication 73 is a request for a public hearing for a portion of 50 Dodge Road. I would recommend we grant the public hearing for October 1st. I'm just looking at the date. Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 74 is correspondence from Joe Vojtovich regarding town police towing. I recommend we receive this, refer it to the town attorney and the town police department. Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 75 is a notice of claim for Bradley Ensminger and town of Amherst versus the town of Amherst et al. Recommend we receive this, refer to the town attorney. Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 76 is a summons and complaint from Mario Avarello versus the town of Amherst et al. Recommend we receive this and refer to the town attorney as well. Any reason not to do that via consent? Resolution 723 is a public improvement permit number 3132 for a storm system for Regency Commons at 166 Klein Road, 2021.029 SUB 2021-01. I'm going to read through all of these because they all have the same, they're all Regency Commons at 166 Klein Road, and then I'll ask at the end for whether they can be included in consent. Resolution 724 is a private improvement permit 3131 for paving and curbing. Resolution 275 is a private improvement permit 3130 for a water line. Resolution 726 is a public improvement permit 3129 for sanitary sewer. Resolution 727 is a public improvement permit that's a different group. So resolutions 723 to 726, are there any reasons not to include those in consent? Okay, the following group is all Benbridge Drive. There's 200 and 202 Benbridge. So public improvement 727, public improvement permit 3119 for sanitary sewer, and resolution 728 is public improvement 3120 for storm system. Resolution 729 is the next group, so I'm going to ask for 726 and 727 to be included in consent. Any reason not to do that? 27 and 28. I'm sorry, 727 and 728. I'd like to include those in consent. Resolution 729 through 732 are related to Muir Woods Site B, Audubon Extension 2005.008B, SP 202013. So I would ask that the board include resolution 729, public improvement permit 3101 for storm system acceptance, resolution 730, public improvement 3102 for paving and curbing acceptance, resolution 371 for public improvement permit 3103 water line acceptance, resolution 372 for public improvement 301 or 3104 for sanitary sewer acceptance as part of a consent agenda. Any reason not to include those?
Let's wait on 732. No? Okay. Okay. Sorry. 732. We're still pending the force main agreement.
So minus resolution 732, because we're still waiting for a force main agreement, I would ask that resolution 729, 730, and 731 be accepted this evening via consent. Any questions or any reason not to? All right, 732 we'll vote on this evening, assuming we get a force main agreement. We have one suspension item. It's in Article 7. We normally wouldn't suspend something like that in, however, we are,
No, we have more than one.
It's
Okay.
3.
we have 3 Article 7s or we have 3 suspension items?
3 suspension.
Okay. One Article 7 item, specifically, we have to move that this evening because we have, we are close to the filing deadline for school tax. Is that correct, Emily?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it's 3 total that are all
Oh.
the same reason.
There are 3 Article 7s?
3 Article 7s, similar names.
Okay, I just said that into a microphone probably. What else?
But there are,
What are the, can you read the addresses or can you read the,
for the Article 7s?
yeah, so that so we have them in the,
It's they're condominium associations.
It's.
patios in Windstone condominium versus town of Amherst.
And it's just, that's all I see.
It's patios at Windstone, villas at Windstone, and townhomes.
Are they all in one resolution or are they
No, they're
separate?
3 separate cases.
Separate
3
resolutions.
separate resolutions.
Okay, they're not appearing in our packets. I only see one.
Oh,
So,
okay. There were 2 that came in very late.
okay,
Okay, we didn't get them yet. We have
It's
2
okay.
others.
that's fine. We have those. Then we
We-
have 2 other items, which was the reason for the confusion. One of those is the severance of a lease agreement with Musical Fair, per the announcement last week. They are seeking quarters elsewhere because of timing, and the latter is a purchase of materials for in-house fence replacement, which is an ongoing project, CRS 5044, that we need to get after. So we will suspend those, and we do have an executive session this evening to adjourn to. It's for proposed sale of vacant parcel, as I mentioned, Creekside, and we have a litigation matter that we need to discuss. Those 2 items, I'm going to motion to adjourn to executive session for.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry about the